The internet is on fire after shocking footage surfaced showing Remy Ma and Claressa Shields in a physical altercation. And it wasn't just a minor scuffle. People at the scene said fists were thrown, glass was shattered, and yelling could be heard echoing across the room. In the middle of all this chaos was Papoose, frozen and stunned, as if the world he built was crumbling around him. It's hard to believe something like this could happen between two respected women, especially in public. But the raw emotions, the jealousy, and years of buried tension boiled over in one explosive moment that left everybody speechless. People everywhere are now asking the same question. What really happened that night? And was Papoose the real cause behind all the rage? For those who thought the Remy Ma and Easy the Block Captain drama was messy, this new situation makes that look like a warm-up. Something about this feels way deeper, way more personal. The betrayal cuts sharp. And now that the video is online, there's no hiding from it. It all started at a VIP party in New Jersey. The kind of exclusive event where only celebs and close circles are invited. Nobody expected drama that night. It was supposed to be a celebration. But things took a strange turn the moment Claressa Shields walked in. She wasn't just another guest. She showed up looking flawless, full of confidence, and according to multiple witnesses, she made her way straight toward Papoose. People noticed it immediately. It wasn't just casual talking. She leaned in close, whispering in his ear, laughing, gently touching his shoulder. At first, Papoose didn't seem to resist it. He smiled, nodded, and kept the conversation going. But Remy Ma was there too, and she saw everything. And when a woman like Remy sees another woman trying to get too close to her man, especially in public, she's not going to ignore it. That's not who she is. So she got up, walked across the room. Loud enough for everyone nearby to hear, she asked Claressa, "You want him, why man now?" And that's when all hell broke loose. Before security could even react, the room shifted. Drinks spilled as people tried to step back, unsure if this was a joke or something real. But when Claressa stood up and squared her shoulders, it became clear this wasn't going to be a shouting match. This was about to get physical. Some say Claressa swung first. Others say Remy threw a drink before it even started. But what's undeniable is that both women were ready to fight, and nothing could stop them. Glass flew. Tables got knocked over. Someone screamed. And in the center of it all was Papoose, hands on his head, face pale, watching the woman he once stood by during prison time now brawling with another queen of her own sport. A phone came out. Someone captured it. And before the blood on the floor could even dry, the footage hit the internet. It was raw, real, and impossible to look away from. But how did things get this bad? These weren't strangers. Remy and Claressa had known each other. Maybe not best friends, but they'd always shown love in public. Remy had praised Claressa in past interviews, calling her a strong woman in a world run by men. Claressa, in turn, once called Remy a real one during a podcast, saying she admired how Remy carried herself despite all the things she'd been through. They even showed up at the same charity event last year, smiling side by side for the cameras. But behind those smiles, something darker must have been brewing. Insiders now say Claressa started showing up more and more around Papoose in recent months. At first, people thought it was just friendly support. She knew Easy the Block Captain, after all, and he had ties to both Papoose and Remy. But as time went on, the lines started to blur. Some say Claressa was using her friendship with Easy as a way to stay close to the couple, especially Papoose. She'd show up uninvited to small gatherings. She'd post subtle captions on Instagram that seemed aimed at someone specific. Papoose, known for being private and composed, didn't say much publicly, but those close to him noticed the shift. He became more distant, less present with Remy, more available to talk when Claressa was around. And people started wondering if this was more than just a friendship. If maybe deep down, there was something brewing between them. Something unspoken. Something dangerous. Whether or not Claressa made the first move, it was clear to many that the bond between her and Papoose was growing stronger, and that was becoming a real threat to Remy. And through all this, Papoose stayed silent. Even on the night of the fight, when things got violent and emotions exploded, he didn't raise his voice or try to pull them apart. He looked stuck, like a man who didn't know who to protect. Witnesses said he just stood there, watching the chaos unfold in slow motion. His hands stayed on his head the entire time. His face said everything. Some believe he still loved Remy but didn't have the strength to fix what was broken. Others think he'd emotionally checked out long before the party ever happened. Maybe he had feelings for Claressa but didn't know how to act on them. Or maybe he led both women on without realizing how far things could go. One thing is clear, whatever Papoose was doing in private set the stage for this explosive triangle to burn everything around it. It all went down on a Saturday night at a private VIP event in New Jersey. The room was full of celebrities, loud music, and people just trying to enjoy themselves. But nobody expected the kind of chaos that would explode between two powerful women, Remy Ma and Claressa Shields. The night started off normal. Everyone was laughing, drinking, and dancing. But when Claressa arrived, people noticed a shift in the air. She walked in confident, smiling, and walked straight over to Papoose. That's when the tension started. Claressa leaned in close while talking to him, laughing, touching his arm, and even brushing something off his shirt like they were real comfortable with each other. At first it seemed innocent, but then things went left. Remy Ma was sitting across the room and saw the whole thing. She didn't blink. She didn't wait. She got up, stormed across the floor, and walked right up to Claressa. Her voice was loud enough for everyone to hear. She said, "You want him, why man now?" Claressa didn't back down. She stood up too. The energy in the room shifted instantly. Security started walking toward them, trying to de-escalate, but it was too late. Within seconds, drinks were flying, glasses shattered on the floor, and then fists started swinging. Some people say Claressa threw the first punch, while others swear it was Remy. Either way, both women were in full fight mode. They were yelling, swinging, grabbing each other, and knocking over everything in their path. People screamed and rushed out of the way. Some tried to pull them apart, but these weren't two random women fighting. They were both strong, trained, and full of rage. Remy was emotional, yelling about loyalty and betrayal. Claressa wasn't holding back either, shouting that she didn't do anything wrong. One source said Claressa told her, "I ain't the one who cheated," clearly throwing shade at Remy's past drama with Easy the block captain. That just made things worse. The fighting continued, even spilling out into the hallway. One person pulled out their phone and started recording. That footage later leaked online, showing both women swinging wildly while people screamed in the background. Papoose stood there frozen. He didn't jump in. He didn't yell. He just held his head in his hands like he didn't know how to stop it or who to even defend. Some say he looked heartbroken. Others say he looked guilty. Either way, it was clear, this wasn't just about a party. This was about months of built-up drama finally exploding in public. The fight lasted less than 2 minutes, but the damage it caused, emotionally and publicly, will last a lot longer. And now that the footage is everywhere, there's no hiding the truth anymore. The night Remy Ma and Claressa Shields clashed wasn't supposed to go down like that. It started as just another celebrity event. Flashy lights, cameras flashing, VIP guests mingling and pretending everything was perfect. But behind the fake smiles, tension had been building for weeks. Claressa had been hearing whispers, rumors that Remy had been dragging her name behind closed doors. And Remy? She'd had enough of feeling disrespected, especially by someone who wasn't even part of her circle like that. The two women bumped into each other near the back hallway of the venue, away from the crowd. Started with a look, a cold glare that could slice through steel. Then came the words sharp, fast, heated. Claressa called her fake. Remy called her messy. And in that moment, whatever respect they once had went out the window. Voices rose, people gathered, but no one stepped in fast enough. Remy pushed first, small but deliberate. Claressa, never one to back down, stepped right into her space, chest to chest. The argument turned physical in seconds. Hair was pulled, a drink got thrown, security rushed in too late. Cameras didn't catch the beginning, but someone's phone caught the aftermath. Remy screaming, Claressa being pulled back. Both women looking like they were ready to go for round 2. People say it was about Papoose, that Claressa had said something slick about him and Easy the block captain in a group chat that Remy found out about. Others say Claressa had been getting too close to Pap lately, and Remy felt like she was crossing a line. Whatever the reason, the fight was personal. This wasn't about fame, it was about pride, loyalty, and years of unspoken jealousy bubbling up all at once. The internet exploded hours later. The clip went viral. Fans took sides. Some said Claressa was out of pocket. Others said Remy needed to stop playing victim. But one thing was clear. This wasn't just drama. It was a full-on war between two powerful women who had finally had enough.